about older homes is that, especially Amish homes, a farmhouse like this one, is that many of them have fireplaces. And of course, here's an old fireplace. It's not quite what they call a walk-in, but they do call it a walk-in because it's very big. And that would have been years ago used to do the cooking. Now, today people have gas stoves, or they have a wood stove, a wood kitchen range, like in this area. It goes a little bit by what's necessary. In other words, there's a lot of farms around here, not too much wood, and so people will use coal or LP gas. Not only to cook with, but sometimes to heat with and have hot water. Now, by and large, Amish homes in Lancaster County are two-family dwellings. I have the same situation at home in the front of my house on the farm. My daughter and son-in-law and 6 children live in the front, and I'm in the back. These houses, as you can see, are divided into 2 parts, and of course there's a work shed off there. They're often involving solar power now. I'm looking here, and I think I see up on the roof of the one house anyway, a solar panel. And that solar panel is used to charge batteries. It might power a high-intensity light, or it might be used in the wintertime to power a thermostat for some sort of a heating unit, or it may be used to run an electric fence. It just depends on how the farmer wants to hook it up. But generally speaking, there's no electricity coming into the farm from an outside line. These houses are typically maintained by, as the older boys are growing up, Mom and Dad are giving them each a certain amount of money. When the youngest son wants to farm and Dad is ready to retire, when those 2 paths cross, why, they sell the home place to the youngest son at a discount, equal to the money that they gave the other boys. They've already helped them get started. And that's the way things are kept going. So you have 2 kitchens there, you have 2 separate households altogether. And of course the house is typical. There's LP gas, no electricity. That is, at least no electricity from an outside line. There, of course, is a pump in the well, and these things at the house, like a pump or maybe some of the fans and things like that, are run by hydraulic or air power. The diesel engine on the farm runs a compressor that compresses air in big tanks, and it's saved to run the household items that are necessary and to make life good for Mom. They'll also run the wash machine off a small gas engine, or perhaps it'll be run on a motor that runs from an air motor off the compressor system. Well, this is what is commonly called a Dutch cupboard. Many Amish homes have older furniture in them, some have newer. This happens to be an old piece. It dates somewhere around 1750, 1770. Could be a little bit later, but it's very typical. Amish ladies, generally speaking, have a lot of nice decorative dishes. They might not wear decorative clothes, but they have decorative dishes and old dishes and collections of teacups, all sorts of things. This particular Dutch cupboard is done in what we call a Chippendale style. Now, in many older homes, I mentioned you'll find older furniture. This is a very typical early American bench, but it's also a table. You can sit on the bench like this, and when the time comes, you can take it out. The top folds down, and it puts pegs in here, and it becomes a table. It matches the other tables of the period, and you can usually take a bench like this and set it right up against another table and have it be not only the same width but the same height. This particular door, the style of the door is called an Indian door. Of course, it really didn't have anything to do with the Indians, but years ago homes had shutters on the bottom of the house that were solid. There were bears, there were wolves, there were other big animals, and many of them didn't have man fear. So they wanted to shut the house up at night. This door has a window that opens so you can see who's out there, and also lets some air in. But the door opens this way. You see it has several bolts, and it has on the outside here a sliding shutter. It's up like this. You put a pin through from the other side, and that secures the door. I kind of like that door.